Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the reading for twin flames and soulmates that are currently in separation for the week of June 1st through the 7th. Please keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, masculine and feminine stand more for energy than gender, so again, apply the messages as they may fit for you and your situation. This also includes the gender of the people on the cards. If you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. And if you can't afford a personal reading, but you would still like to donate to the channel if you feel that I'm helping you in any way, donations are greatly appreciated. And you can also find out how to do that in the information box below. Now, what I have here is the overview for the week. Spirit's advice in regards to it, what the masculine is thinking and feeling about the feminine and the union. Same question for the feminine. Advice for the masculine, advice for the feminine, and this is what is needed in order to bring them together. And then I'll clarify more things if I feel that I need to. But let us begin. Well, actually this top row is the overview, and this is the clarifier for each card. I don't know if I mentioned that. So we start off with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. And why do we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Well, because of the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Why do we have the Eight of Cups? Because of the Seven of Swords. And then we have the Fool in the reverse. Why is the Fool in the reverse? The Magician. And then we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And why do we have the Five of Wands in reverse? Because the Chariot in reverse. So, of course, the Seven of Pentacles in the upright talks about, planting seeds and waiting to see what manifests through our efforts. It's about perseverance. It's about patience. It's about reward. Again, checks and balances. In the reverse, there's a lack of long-term vision, limited success. Reward or efforts may be scattered, may be investing unwisely in a situation that may not reap rewards, knowing when to stop investing. Worked hard to lay foundations of a relationship, but didn't seem to be worth our efforts. Now wondering, if you will continue to hit blocks, again, if it's a waste of time. Now, this could fall in line with, again, different scenarios, whether it's these two coming back together or, the individual's feeling. The masculine could be feeling this way, the feminine could be feeling this way, again, in reference to each other, or some masculines, as we've seen before, entered into codependent situations that they're wanting to leave from, that they feel like they made a wrong choice, they invested in the wrong thing, it didn't amount to anything, again, and looking to reconcile. But there's fear involved here, wanting to still hold on to what we have because we don't have something else lined up yet, or unsure again if we release ourselves from that situation, what's going to happen. So a lot of fear has been keeping the masculine stuck in the codependent situation, even though they haven't been happy in it. And this is also about fears of opening up in regards to this situation, wondering if they should, wondering if it'll manifest anything, Or if at this point it's a waste of time because maybe so much time has gone past, perhaps we didn't engage the way that we should have, again, shooting ourselves in the foot, trying to still hide things. So again, there's a fear here in regards to letting go or opening up in regards to a situation where, we're not fulfilled in it, or we're unsure about if anything can manifest. And then the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, talks about walking away from emotionally unfulfilling things, or knowing that we need to leave to move towards our highest and best. Because again, if we were in a situation that ended up backfiring on us, or we felt was a waste of time and effort, again, we made the wrong choice, we're feeling like we need to walk away from that because we know that we need to. But again, there's fear involved in doing so. And also, again, wondering if they need to, walk away from the idea of reconciling, because again, they're either fearful of opening up, fearful of rejection, wondering if it's too little, too late. The Eight of Cups again is about change, transition, sadness, solitude, turning one's back on things, restlessness, unhappiness, wanting to move, emotional fulfillment, wanting to move towards emotional fulfillment, embarking on a spiritual journey for greater goals, seeking deeper meaning in life, willing to let go of the material possessions for something more meaningful. Again, especially if we're holding on to relationships for codependent reasons and not for love, knowing that that's not satisfactory. That's not necessarily the right thing either, because it's a form of deception, using people for what they can give you. So this was, again, part of the lesson for the masculine. Disappointed enough to walk away. Love or material stuff. Emotional exhaustion, feeling like you can no longer go on, especially in situations we're not happy in. Feeling like there's nothing being gained from it. Now again, this could be what the feminine is wondering as well. Is it worth investing in this person again? Nothing manifested the last times. I want to move towards something that's going to make me happy, not bring out, fear and stress and worry and everything. There could be, again, a fear of opening up because we fear being lied to again, deceived, cheated on, because we have the Seven of Swords here, which is all about deception. Strategizing as well, trying to figure a way out of a situation that we need to walk away from. Maybe trying to leave a situation without revealing too much of the truth, still again with some deception involved, trying to sneak off undetected, maybe hoping our lies and deception go undetected when we leave a situation. Again, this is also about strategy, overcoming our fears so we can walk towards what it is that we want. So there's a lot of mental thinking here, as well as emotional. Now, the Fool in the reverse, talks about, feeling like we made foolish choices. We were naive in our choices. It's all about, afraid of taking risks. It's a total disregard for the consequences of our actions. It's living in the moment instead of planning ahead. Again, making rush decisions to fill voids and meet needs, but discovering that in the long term, that was the wrong thing to do. And again, maybe trying to still get away with our lies and deceptions as we're leaving another situation. A disregard for others as you find yourself. Again, maybe people went off trying to find themselves and didn't care what casualties that they left behind in that search, acting like a fool. It's also cautions of being taken advantage of. So again, people might be afraid of being lied to, taken advantage of again, fearful of opening up, fearful of reinvesting. It's a need for due diligence, a need to prepare for challenges. So again, if you need to strategize or figure out, your next move or how to proceed forward in order to turn that fool right side up, doing research, making the right choice, again, not making another wrong choice, trying to calculate the right moves on how to proceed forward. Not wanting to look like a fool. Again, maybe egg on our face. Again, still trying to hide stuff so we don't look as bad, or, in regards to the choices and actions that we took. So again, there's a lot of pride still going on here, ego, or afraid of what other people might think. It's also uncertainty or unsure of where a relationship might be heading in regards to love. Wanting to walk towards it, but unsure if it can be possible. Again, uncertainty, insecurity. And why is there insecurity and uncertainty? Well, because either we don't feel like we got what it takes, perhaps we're still struggling with money, perhaps we're struggling still with our shadow side, our negative stinking thinking, or trying to hide behind lies and deception. And it's causing us to not access all the things that we need in order to have a possible reconciliation or a new beginning. Needing to get it all together in order to feel like we can have the future that we're trying to walk towards. Magician is also a card of deception. I mean, you got Seven of Swords and the Magician here. So there is still some untruths in this scenario, and it's mostly coming from the masculine. Needing to stop hiding behind masks, needing to stop being deceptive, needing to stop sweeping things under the rug, needing to stop avoiding accountability for our actions, because again, no one's going to want to reinvest in you if you can't even admit to the things that you did. There's no faith, there's no trust, there's no hope in regards to what the feminine has been seeing. So again, not wanting to take a leap of faith because you don't know if you're going to deal with someone who's just trying to use some tricks to get back into your life. Again, trust is an issue here because honesty is an issue. And then the Five of Wands in the upright is about petty competition, petty conflicts, struggling internally, externally. In the reverse, it's trying to avoid conflict. I mean, that's why we're trying to still get away with stuff, sneaking away, having our lies and stuff not be fully detected, or just wanting to come out of conflict in regards to reuniting with someone, but we're unsure if that can be possible. And that's also about ignoring, deflecting, again, downplaying stuff, trying to sweep under the rug, trying to avoid accountability, deflecting from the truth, so that we don't look so bad. We don't look like we're a deceiver and a user, perhaps. It's also a sigh of relief after conflict and struggle, feeling more secure in your relationships, conflict-free. I mean, this is what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to walk towards that. It's also a need to focus on achieving one's goals, to stay committed, staying committed to your path. Whatever direction you're headed, It's being committed to yourself, first and foremost, to your own healing, to your own expansion, growing, evolution. You know, make sure we make the right choices for the right reasons. No more treating people as means to an ends. No more lying and deception. It's time to heal the parts of us that need to be healed, and also changing those things that need to be changed so that we have a possibility of healing another situation that we might want to reinvest in. But again, as I've mentioned before, the way you come across will play a big part in how well you're going to be received. People need to see something real, not just words, not just, again, accountability goes a long way. Honesty goes a long way. And if you can't step up to the plate and do that much, the likelihood of somebody welcoming you back in after lying, deceiving, maybe taking off to be with somebody else, whatever it is, you better your chances when you stop doing things that are self-sabotaging for yourself and also sabotaging relationships by, again, withholding truth, trying to get away with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I need to address anything else here. Again, Four Pentacles, protective, defensive, hoarding, holding back, tied up in one's own possessions. Wanting to be financially stable and secure, again, or fearful of letting go of our security, our codependent situation, or emotional security, again, to let people in, let go of our fear. Having an inflexible attitude, being resistant to change, fear it will impact our financial security, again, wanting to control our environment. This is a codependent trait. And again, it's trying to have things be your way. And if your way involves still trying to hide stuff, then that's not a way to be. And the Seven of Swords, let's see, overconfidence, mocking, deception, betrayal, difficulty trying to get away with something, undetected or unnoticed. Something that goes awry, a secret is revealed to your embarrassment. Again, we're worried about how we're going to be perceived if we admit to certain things. Cunning, trying to gain an advantage over someone or something, cheating, an easy path that's not always the best one, tempted to sneak away from something that's not working for you anymore rather than dealing with it. Caution and be wary so not to become the victim again of someone else's deceptions or betrayal, cheating. Careful who you trust. Again, trust is an issue here. It's also about needing to trust one's instinct. Perhaps there's a desire to go it alone for a while. Maybe we need to figure stuff out. Asserting our independence or wanting to. Again, Magician talks about new beginnings, skill, logic, intellect, the bridge between, following our higher self and matching that with our earthly self. It's about duality, knowledge, experience, having the power to create a new life for oneself, taking initiative, having a can-do attitude. We need to be optimistic. We're lacking optimism. Try to find creative ways to solve problems, reclaim one's power, and act with awareness, commitment, clear intent, focus. Channel one's energy in a positive way. I didn't do the Chariot in reverse. I'm sorry. With the Five of Wands, wanting to come out of conflicts, but maybe again unsure if we can, or we're still struggling within ourselves. And the Chariot in the upright talks about forward movement. It can also talk about travel. Again, people might need to travel distance to leave a situation, to possibly reunite with someone, um, or to start a new life somewhere else. It's about bringing the balance between our lighter and darker sides so that we can focus, channel our energy, move forward. It's also the sign of Cancer. But in the reverse, it's feeling a lack of control or direction. Um, Feeling like we're just being, dragged through time in whatever direction fate takes us. But that's not the way to be. I mean, obviously there are fated events, but then we have free will choice. What do we do in the wake of something that challenged us? Collapsing under pressure, channeling our energy wrong, again, wasting time and effort on things that aren't manifesting anything. A need to also be more comfortable in not having control. Fear-based, trying to control things only backfires in the end. You can't control as much as you'd like to. Again, that comes from fear. And feeling a loss of power. Again, like we don't have what we need to manifest what we want, etc. And the Spirit's advice is mending. Let us see. 52. All the way to the back. The last one. Essential meanings: forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. The Oracle's message: each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is a time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Relationship message: you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything that you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. Again, owning your shit, as I said in the other thing, being honest about the past, about our choices, our actions, our motives, our intentions, our agendas, the things, whatever it is that we did. We need to take a good look at ourselves and how we ended up where we are due to choices and actions that we took. And if there's anything wrong with those, again, own your shit. And if you're trying to reconcile with somebody, again, you can't be still trying to get away with stuff. If you're going to walk towards emotional fulfillment, you can't still be manipulative, because you're fearing the truth really coming out. Because again, especially with someone you've already dealt with, they already know the truth. So you trying to hide it is just, again, minimizing the effect that those choices and actions had on another person, again, to try to make you come out smelling like roses, making it more about the person's reactions than your actions. Again, an honest redress. Then forgiveness might be possible. Prosperity message: everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after a pretty shiny thing, you lost sight of a long-term sustainable prosperity. Just like here, entered into another codependent situation because we were running from ourselves, running from our responsibilities, wanting to stay in the karma because we hadn't hit that bottom yet, or we hadn't come to those epiphanies, realizations, lessons learned. So again, entered into something that turned out to be a waste of time and effort. We chased something that, again, we weren't thinking long term. We jumped in without thinking of the long term. Sometimes you make choices that look good at first, but ultimately lead to loss or failure. It's time to forgive yourself and others. Don't blame anyone else. Again, because we only have ourselves to blame. You get to start again, wiser and more mature. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Make amends to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. Again, even the shitty things that we go through, if there's a lesson in there and you learn the lesson, you've shed that karma, you've become wiser, you've grown through the experience. It's all for your highest and best. So try it again, look at it all from a higher perspective. It's not always easy. Protection message: heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our masks and loosens our tight hold on our separateness, where we view ourselves as I and the world as it. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme, opening us up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moments when we can't hold ourselves together. And it leads us to become one with the greater whole again. Pain and suffering is a part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, this pain, this dissonance as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never be left behind. You are loved now more than ever by Spirit, who does not want you to feel alone. One day you will look back and know this truth, which is true. No matter what, Spirit is always rooting for you. My spirit guides have been like my best companions. They've been my source of hope, of inspiration, of truth, of guidance. And again, they don't hold any judgments. They know why you're here. We're all here to learn lessons, to go through experiences that are going to transform us, hopefully, to becoming our highest and best. So always keep that in mind, that you're never alone. And again, we go through stuff to learn and grow. You know what I'm saying? Even though it sucks sometimes. Now, I'll read this advice afterwards. But obviously, they're trying to tell you that honesty is needed here. Honest self-respect. I always struggling with that. Self-reflection, I always say self-respect. I don't know why. Maybe there's a reason for that. Honest self-reflection, accountability, truthfulness, real, tangible change within oneself to move forward to more fulfilling things. To not be afraid of new beginnings, taking leaps of faith, realizing again our power. Try to get out of feeling so conflicted so that we can find some direction, let go of our fears, etc., etc. Now, the masculine is thinking and feeling about the feminine when we got secrets. Fair gray-haired man, hidden enemy, destruction. Strength, truth, fair gray-haired woman. So again, fair gray-haired man, fair gray-haired woman. Two people that are either in their 40s and up, or two people that have learned and matured through an experience. This is also, someone who's learned from their mistakes, wanting to reconcile with someone from their past, wanting to find the courage and the strength to reveal the truth, to speak a truth, to stop being one's own worst enemy, or to not be viewed as an enemy because of the bad way that things ended, you know, not being afraid of the unknown or afraid to again reveal secrets, lies, whatever that they've been hiding. Um, or again, fearful of ending their current situation because, again, how they'll be viewed. You know, that there's a kind of a dilemma here. Um, again, transitioning out of a current situation into hopefully a new situation. But we're needing to be truthful and honest, and we know that. You know, because we didn't behave in a way that was too nice to the person from the past or our current situation. So again, it's this fear of stepping from behind the curtain. You know, this is like the tower, you know, epiphanies, aha moments, you know, something that you needed to go through in order to realize some things about yourself that hopefully again you've learned from, that we can't be this way anymore. And we're needing to again release our fears to reveal these truths. If we're wanting to reconcile with somebody here, um, now for the feminine, what she's thinking and feeling in regards to the masculine, we got communication, and then we got scandal, and then we got vulnerable and spiritual. So the feminine could be waiting for the masculine to stop hiding, uh, hiding the truth, to stop being deceptive about things that happen, to be open in their communication, to say what they feel, to allow some healing to happen. I mean, obviously, they both realize that this is a spiritually based relationship. This is a soulmate, a possible twin flame situation. You know, but so, you know, the feminine keeps waiting for a sign to see whether or not they should bother to reinvest in something or walk away. They're looking for honesty, but they know it's a challenge. Friend, faith. You know, they don't know if there's any faith in this situation. Again, if it's too challenging, too much water under the bridge, too much time has passed, too much stuff has happened, you know, in order to reconcile. Again, unsure if they should, because again, if they're being met with the same old, people still trying to get away with what they did, lying to cover up lies, downplaying things, again, avoiding accountability, it's showing that you're not a person that's worth investing in again, because if you do the same behaviors, you won't hold yourself accountable in the future either. You'll do whatever it takes to avoid being found out. And that's again, so nobody want to deal with that. So as I mentioned in the monthly, there's a dilemma in regards to what to do with dealing with someone from the past, a situation from the past. And as it's been reiterated here with the Magician, the Seven of Swords, and talking about honesty here, truth here, you know, people looking to be honest about the past, the scandal that happened, you know, communicate that you've shown that you've grown, you know, they're wanting you to learn how to get out of your own way, even just for your own sake. And again, but there's no, people don't know what the hell to do. People just don't know what the hell to do. They're looking for something. Show me something, or else I got to keep it moving, basically. Now, I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to clarify anything else because we're already a half an hour in. With the advice for the masculine is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Let go of control issues. This Four of Pentacles, allow the situation to unfold naturally. That doesn't mean just let time keep passing by and we don't still hold ourselves accountable or do anything thinking that time will just give people amnesia and they'll just welcome us back in. You know, that's still a form of control. It's like you're going to need to release that. Release that idea that, well, if I let 5 years go by, maybe then they'll have forgotten. You know, but again, the more time that goes by and you don't hold yourself accountable and you keep lying or whatever, it's only going to make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Past life relationship. You've known each other before. So again, stop using those hidden enemy tactics to try to control the situation. If you want to give a relationship a chance with a person from the past, you're going to need to let go of that. Let go of that deception. And if you do, it might have all been worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life because, again, two people got to be ready. Two people have to have learned the lessons and be applying the lessons in order for a possible reconciliation to work. If only one person has done it and the other person's still trying to hang on to being the same old, it ain't going to work. If you want new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So, if that's what you're trying to work towards, a new opportunity, a new chance at love, because you feel that this person is the person you're meant to be with. And if you want to give it a chance, you gotta cut it out, dude. You gotta stop lying, because it ain't gonna do nothing for you. The Chess Queen, trust and strategizing. And then the Hungry Ghost in the challenge position, obsessions, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. So this is your advice. Number 30. The Chess Queen has all the tools you'll need to aid you in your quest for a life of purpose, peace, and prosperity. When she arrives as your ally, you're giving the task of asking Spirit for a vision of your life. Ask also to know the right actions to ensure your part in the process of unfolding. Then, with a sense of trust, allow the strategy to be given unto you by the divine. Are your own goals and desires in alignment with the divine plan for your life? This is a reminder that there is your plan, and then there is the divine plan for your life. When you're in alignment with the latter, all manner of messages are delivered to aid you in taking the next right action for your life. The Chess Queen says that you will win this game as long as you let Spirit choose your moves. Follow your bliss and the inspired messages delivered by your soul. You cannot lose when you enter the realm of the Chess Queen, and she appears as your ally. So again, if you've been trying to still get away with stuff, still lying to cover up your lies, and Spirit's been advising you that that doesn't work, that's got to go, that's got to change. Honesty is how you need to become a person who has integrity. If you want to be trusted again, if you want to not be looked at as a liar and a user and a cheat and whatever, you're going to have to change the way that you are. Old keys don't open new doors. So I said, as long as you follow their advice, you'll have a better chance in moving on to a path that's more fulfilling. And the Hungry Ghosts, number 14. When the hungry ghosts come to challenge, it's a sign that you've succumbed to the fear of lack, which is whispering in your ear that you'll fail. Whatever it is you've intended, you've stayed too long in the desiring stage. Longing and yearning have become your constant state of mind. Are you comparing your experience with others? Do you envy their success? Do you judge yourself only on your material accomplishments? Are you afraid that there will never be enough of anything and none of your dreams will be there upon awaking in reality? Perhaps you've turned to compulsive eating, shopping, working, drinking to distract yourself. Let go of the illusion of lack and accept things as they are, perfect, abundant, meaningful expressions of the divine. There will never be enough for the hungry ghosts that challenge you, for the only experience they know is scarcity. It's not your job to feed them. They will lose their power to haunt you. Trust in the abundance of spirit. So again, they're telling you, let go. Let go of your fear, let go of your anxiety, let go of your defense mechanisms that you've developed in childhood to protect yourself. You know, your fears of abandonment, your fears of being alone, your fears of not having someone else to foot the bill or provide for you. Again, learning to step into your own power, learning to take back control of your life, not allowing the woeists or the point and blame and everything and everyone else for our current situation, when it was our choices, our actions, our lack of motivation, our lack of effort that has gotten us into where we are. So again, let go of that mentality, that shadow side. Stop being your own worst enemy. You know, learn how to get out of your own way. And the first step in doing that, again, is an honest reflection of the self. Who you are as a person. Are you somebody that you're proud of? Have your actions and choices, were they right? Did you do right by other people? Again, accountability. That's the first step in change. Owning your shit and knowing what needs to go and making steps towards becoming a better person. And that all starts again with honesty and letting go of stuff that we know is not serving us at all. Now, the feminine's advice is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Flirt and soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, you know, they might be trying to encourage the feminine to be open to the possibility of reconciling a situation. But again, the feminine needs to see something to make her feel like it's worth her while. Because nobody's going to give any second chances, 100th chances to somebody who's still trying to get away with shit. Still trying to hide, rewrite history. So again, that they come out smelling like roses. And when they know that they were not a person who was being honest, that they had motives that were self-serving, that they realized, and now they're having to get themselves out of the bed that they've made in possibly two situations. But again, they're encouraging the feminine to again allow things to unfold naturally, you know, get to know the person again, you know, make the effort, give your relationship a chance. You know, the soulmate, the person from your past. Again, they're trying to encourage you both to heal the situation. But in order to heal it, there has to be actual change within the self. Because again, old keys don't open new doors. And also the advice, the wise woman of Wonderland, integrity and compromises is in the challenge position. And Gaia's garden, fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. 21. In the challenge position, when the wise woman of Wonderland appears as a challenger, this is a sign that you may have compromised yourself out of fear. Have you been in denial about the truth of your situation? Have you sold yourself short rather than risk and rather than ask for what you really need? Have you given up your dream for another because you fear abandonment? The wise woman of Wonderland is gently reminding you that you count, claim your good, and never settle for less. Be fearless and make it so. Why hang around for more disappointment when wonderful adventures and opportunities are awaiting to unfold for you? Now, this kind of speaks on, you know, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't wait around for someone else's choice or whatever. Don't allow that to keep you stuck. Be honest with yourself too in regards to how you feel. You know, if something's worth the effort. You know, don't sell yourself short. If you're not happy or you don't feel whatever, do what you feel is best for you. Don't settle for less. Especially again, if people are coming back, still trying to get away with stuff, not being completely honest. Because you matter, your feelings matter, right and wrong matters. Do what you feel is in the best interest for you. But also, just like for the masculine, don't let the fear of the unknown keep you stuck, whether that's moving forward in your life in general, you know, fear of what's coming next, fear of opening up to someone new because we're afraid of things repeating. But if you've really learned a lesson, if anybody's going to come back with any kind of shady behavior, you'll be able to pick up on it right away and you'll get out of there. You won't stay in a cycle if you've truly grown. Um, but also, if somebody comes back with some truth, if someone's backing up words and actions with consistency, don't let the fear of things repeating keep you from possibly giving a situation another chance. But again, know what you're dealing with, because emotional manipulators, narcissists, these kind of people, they'll say whatever they gotta say in order to get what they want. So again, not only allowing people's track records to show, again, patterns of behavior don't lie, but just be wise, be discerning. If you're trying to give someone else another chance or whatever, take things slow. Let people prove themselves over time. Don't let fear keep you from moving forward regardless. Now, Gaia's Garden. In Gaia's Garden, you have everything you need to make your dreams come true. There is no shortage of anything, and you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifested in all tangible things. She represents the abundance of nature. When she comes to you as an ally, she invites you to partake in all of the blessings of life. There will always be enough for everyone. Success comes to you from the fruits of your intentions, and all is well with the world as a result. This is also a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude as your greatest good now manifests for you. Gaia's gifts are sweeter when you share them with others. So again, this is about being open to the opportunities that the universe might be trying to bring into you. Be grateful for it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's all part of your journey. It's all to help you evolve. So try to think positive. And what is needed in order to bring this situation together is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you together. Pay attention to the red flags, the signs of cautioning you again. Watch to see how people come back, how they're presenting themselves, if they're still being the same old, using the same old tactics, trying to avoid shining the light on themselves so they don't look as bad for the things that they've done. Keep it moving. Pay attention to the red flags, but also pay attention to signs that might be hinting that you should be giving this situation another look, perhaps. And to trust the situation is calling for you to have faith. So either it's calling for you to have faith that everything happens for a reason and all will work out as it should, but also trust might be an issue. So that's why truth needs to be a priority. In order to regain someone's trust, you can't do it still being lying like a rug. Honesty. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. If you can be a person who's honest, hold yourself accountable, you're showing yourself self-respect because you're not being a liar. And that makes you more attractive in a way where people will consider hearing you out and perhaps giving you an opportunity to show that you've learned and changed and grown. This is also a reminder for both to love yourself first and foremost, because if you don't do that, you can't love someone else authentically. Don't do it. Don't jump into relationships to fill voids and to meet needs, because those situations are karmic and it's only going to backfire in the end. Do what is best for you. Do what is the right thing to do. Again, have integrity, have honesty with yourself and others. And that's loving yourself first. And healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So this course could be healing this family. This, of course, could be dealing with our childhood wounding, realizing why we're all screwed up, why we, why we get into these karmic situations or these cycles or choose these kind of partners or whatever. It all stems from what did love look like to me as a child, reconciling that, healing that. So that way we stop again being our own worst enemies and repeating things that we don't want to repeat anymore. And they also advise you to have patience, to trust in divine timing. Yeah, worth waiting for here too, again, because both people have to learn, both people have to grow, both people have to be ready. So have patience in this situation. Try to focus on the present moment. I'm fully present in the here and now. And they want you to both to be strong, have courage. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. And then we have inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. Again, self-respect, self-love, self-care. Doing the right thing by ourselves and by others. Healing that inner child, the one that was wounded from our childhood experience. Again, it all fits into that situation. And in the feminine, I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. This is, also about the feminine principle is being nurturing, caring, giving, open, loving. So if we're not doing that, if we're holding back, we need to be more expressive, more nurturing, more caring, more loving, and more giving. Again, because you got to give in order to receive, right? And the advice for you both is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So this is also about clearing the past, being honest, being truthful, releasing the past, releasing this energy that's still holding you both kind of stuck. As we mentioned here, both people are still feeling the effects, so it's about releasing the past, clearing the slate. And also we might need to release ourselves from our own negative patterns, the capital X, ourselves. Also releasing possible other situations that we might be involved in order to move towards what it is that we want. And we want to ascend to a higher level of commitment in our love life. And they also say to stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So we're needing to release the past, we'll let the floodgates of truth open up so that we can heal a situation and remain positive. And also the ringmaster of scrutiny, discernment, clear vision and details, and the prison waif, self-sabotage, poverty consciousness is again that lack mentality. Being in the stinking thinking, shoulda, woulda, couldas, or I don't have what it takes, or I'm afraid to, or I'm afraid of this or that, the other, keeping ourselves stuck. Ringmaster scrutiny, number 9. Ringmaster scrutiny is all about the details. Look closely and pay attention to the smallest elements of what's being presented to you on your path. This is about what is this here to teach me, right? It's in these details, not the broad strokes, that you'll find the breathtaking beauty and perfection in what you observe. This ally is on your side to point to the deeper meaning of what unfolds in your life. Again, learning those lessons, why things happen. And he reminds you that every moment counts. So don't sit there wasting time, sitting in our thoughts, thinking in the shoulda, woulda, couldas, or letting fear keep us stuck. Every moment counts. The more time you let pass, the less chance you might have in reconciling with somebody. Staying in present in this perfect moment, observing the minute things leads you to manifest your highest good and greatest desires. Grand gestures are for other times. It's the small acts that really count now. So again, you don't need to be the CEO of a company. You don't have to have everything all perfect. The only thing you need to come with at the moment is truth, a desire to change, and courage to move forward. You know, these little gestures, these little steps will start getting you moving. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting there. Now, the prison waif, sitting there in your prison. Number 31. When the prison waif arrives in his realm as your ally, he comes to remind you of the law of paradoxical intent. Your own self-sabotaging thoughts and hidden beliefs are in fact preventing you from your highest good. You might believe that you're doing all you can to manifest your reality, but perhaps you're giving in to thoughts such as the following: I can't do this, I'm unworthy, I'll fail, so why try? I don't deserve this, I'm unlovable. In fact, you are locked in a prison of your own making. That's good news because it means that you have the key to let yourself out. This is a sign that you need to spend some time with yourself addressing those beliefs that counter your hard work to get ahead. You can change them if you want to. You don't want to stay in prison, do you? Take inventory of your thoughts, let yourself out of jail, and spend a few minutes outdoors in gratitude. It's time to let the sun shine in. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. If you want to connect on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that information is below. I usually do daily pulls. I've been off a little bit on that, but if you want to connect on social media, all that information is below. Again, leave comments. I like to see comments, and good luck, everyone. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.